Oh, it's only been one day. It wasn't even 24 hours after I did the last First Takes video that she uploaded this video. It is the poster that you can see on screen for No Time to Die, the most recent James Bond movie. Daniel Craig's last one. Which we did temporarily study that in media, like probably at the start of the year. So masculine color palette targets a mostly male audience because it's a lot of blue on there. And well, kind of because James Bond is that, when you think of a ladies' man, you think Bond. But anyway, I wouldn't necessarily say that for No Time to Die because it wasn't overly political, but it did have that slight tinge because of the fact that they replaced Bond with a black woman. So, and despite the fact that it is a Bond movie, the fact that 007 is now a woman, that makes it different. So, targeting mostly male audience, I wouldn't necessarily say so. I mean, if the sexual, I don't, I'm just going to say the word, if the sexualized, sorry, I don't remember Lashana Lynch's character's name, if they even gave it. But, if they sexualized her, then okay, maybe. But they didn't at all. Like, there wasn't even really a Bond girl in the movie. Like, they promoted the movie as if Anna de Armas was the Bond girl. But she was only in it for like 5 minutes. I know they've done this a couple of times like that. Backup Bond girl, I'm just going to say for now, for Quantum of Solace and Casino Royale, but this one is different because Anna de Armas is the backup Bond girl. I'm guessing that Léa Seydoux is supposed to be the main Bond girl, but she isn't really doing anything Bond girl-ish in the film. But not to say it's bad, I liked it. She's saying that, target towards men, which, sure, but I mean, I wouldn't really say so. Like, I wouldn't say that Bond has ever been gendered. I feel like that anyone could enjoy a Bond movie, bar my granny on my mum's side, because she just doesn't like violence at all in movies. So, unless you have a problem with fictional violence, anyone can like a Bond movie. Except for Moonraker, because that one sucked. But anyway. Right. Why does things keep crashing? Oh my god. Anyway. No reference to Ian Fleming, signifying that this film is not based on one of Fleming's books like previous movies. Yeah, the Bond movies haven't been based on any of the books in a long time. Except for Casino Royale, the last Bond movie to be based off one of the books by Ian Fleming was, I think, one of Roger Moore's last movies. Sorry, one of his first movies. Because after that, they decided to... I don't think they ran out of books. But I don't know. Because after that, they just wrote the movie. And there was also a novelization of the script released at the same time as the movie. So it's not unique in the fact that they're somewhat distancing themselves from Ian Fleming. Intertextual references to the franchise. with the 007, and that's really it, because everything else is just stuff you would see in a typical action movie. Bond suit is iconic, and I mean, they all have the different like takes on their suits. Like Craig doesn't wear ties, except for like the one time he wore a bow tie in Casino Royale, I think. Um, but I mean, it's just a suit, which that also can be kind of a typical action thing because of like, John Wick as well also wears a suit. Just the only thing that really separates his suit from the Bond suits is that John's suit is all black. Well, that reminds me, like when we studied the poster in class, it was like comparing it to one of the older Bond movies, and like I don't know which one, but I think that you know that was also another thing that was done in media studies. But like comparing between Bond then and Bond now, and like really what the difference is, and I'm talking basically just No Time to Die, is that Bond went from an alpha male to a sigma male, and I know that sounds cringe, but because like he went from typical action hero where it's I'm not saying that the Bond movies are bad, but it's all the same really. Kill the guy, make some jokes, get the woman. Where in No Time to Die, he's more emotional. He's more traumatized. They can't have anything going right for him. That's what makes him a sigma male. He's facing away from the camera in the poster. That's not typical, really. I'm looking at the posters I have for Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War, and not a single character in Endgame is looking, as we say in media, direct moral address. As for Infinity War, some of them are, but I'd say most of them have their heads like towards. I know it's a poster, but I'm just gonna say the camera for now. Most of them have their heads towards the camera, but their eyes are looking elsewhere. Oh, they put Léa Seydoux on the poster multiple times because she was Inspector. I mean, you're kind of right, but you're missing out the point that she is the Bond girl of this movie, which is weird considering she was a Bond girl in the last movie. And this, I think, is the first time that we've had a Bond girl return, or at least return as the Bond girl. Okay, she didn't say random, but she's describing it like this random black woman in the poster is holding a gun. My sister in Christ, that is 007. Have you not seen No Time to Die? Like, I feel like you need to see No Time to Die before you talk about it. No offense, but I mean you are missing out because it is a good movie. So these women look like they have big roles in the movie. Not really. As said, Ana de Armas was, set up as the Bond girl when she isn't. Lashana Lynch, she's in it, but I seen it like a couple of months ago, I think, at this point. But she went from being serious to being silly. Like she was good, but I think it's just the writing that failed for her character, at least. And Léa Seydoux, she was just a hostage for most of the movie, basically. They have Ana de Armas in a revealing sexualized dress. Yes, because Ana de Armas currently is hitting like number one on all the most beautiful women lists, which probably is because of the fame that she got from just being revealed as a Bond girl. Like that was when I first heard about her, just by the fact that she did Knock Knock, Blade Runner 2, and Knives Out before this. And she's doing everything. Marilyn Monroe biopic, the John Wick show, just other stuff. We have an archetypal beak in the poster. Yes, that is Q. I think. I'm sorry, I don't really remember Ben Whishaw's character at all, because like the last Daniel Craig Bond movie I seen before I seen No Time to Die was years ago. She's really diving in the fact that Rami Malek's character is scarred. I know all these bloody bad guys have scars, which, yeah, it's stereotypical because the scars represent trauma, and that trauma is what made them a bad guy. Like, most people don't just decide, you know what, I'm a bad person. You know, something causes them to be like that. For Rami Malek's character, I don't remember what it was. And then she, like, other examples were Goldfinger, I think, Kylo Ren, and Heath Ledger's Joker. Like, are you really talking crap about Heath Ledger's Joker? I mean, the scars weren't just like, you know, there to signify that he's a bad guy. The scars did play an important purpose in the story because of the multiple "you want to know how I got these scars" monologues, where he would constantly change how he got his scars. And that's important because it revealed that he is a liar. Like, if you want to, like, I think it was Savage Books, he made a really great video where he talks about this. Or maybe it was a closer look. Lysana Lynch deletes social media due to racist harassment for her role in James Bond's No Time to Die. I'm tired of when... I mean, I can't confirm or deny it because I'm not able to see it, but like I'm tired of when a black person, and I'm not trying to like generalize, but like the same thing happened with the girl that plays that character from Kenobi. I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. But it was like, oh, this race, there was all this racism everywhere, and really, was there? Or was it the fact that her character was just very annoying, and it had nothing to do with the fact that she's black? Because, I mean, you know, Savage Books, as I mentioned earlier, he is black, and he made a video recently, like fixing her character, and he didn't make like any changes to the actor. The actor is the same. But like as I said earlier, she isn't the problem with her character. It's the writers. Another problem is that, like, basically the way that she acted towards Bond was, who's this old guy? For like a good bit of the film, which is just, you know, it's, you know, disrespecting the main character. It's like when Gabby in Attack on Titan, it's like, I want to kill all of, crap, I want to kill all of Aaron's friends. I know I'm being very, very basic, because I haven't seen Attack on Titan in a year. I haven't seen part 2 yet. But just, you know, that's what it's like. No respect for the main character whatsoever. That is why, like, that's most people's problem with that 007. But let me just read this. Although the inclusion of more diverse characters should be applauded. No, it's more diverse. Fine, don't really care as long as they don't make a big deal out of it. Like this didn't really make a big deal out of it, so it's fine. But anyway, some audience didn't like the inclusion of a black female protagonist. Nothing to do with the fact that she's black. Nothing to do with the fact that she's female. And also, she is not a protagonist. Really, the only main character in this film is Bond. Women are represented in the action/spy genre. Really? What about Charlie's... like, every single iteration of Charlie's Angels? Also, what about, like, Alias, Elektra, Peppermint? I know that those are all Jennifer Garner movies, but, you know, Jennifer Garner is a female action star. She isn't like a sidekick, although she was sidekick in Daredevil. She is the protagonist for those 3 movies that I mentioned. There's also Alien, you know, I can't pronounce her name, Sigourney Weaver. Like, and the difference, like, people respect Ripley, and the difference between Ripley and Lashana Lynch's 007 is not the race. It's the fact that, like, you know, to describe Ripley, and I haven't seen Alien, so I'm going off, like, what other people have said about Ripley, but, like, you know, badass, woman, whereas to describe Lashana Lynch's 007 would be like badass woman without the comma. You know, making a deal out of the fact that she is a woman when they didn't do that for Ripley. That is the difference. So please, for the love of God, stop it with the racism nonsense. She's talking about Lashana Lynch's character now as if she is the only black character in a Bond movie. As if we didn't have in the past, you know, Halle Berry, Grace Jones. There's someone else, but I forgot now. But you have a point. She's not the first black woman, and well, Grace Jones I wasn't really a fan of. All that could just be because Few Day a Kill wasn't really that good either. But Halle Berry was fine, even though Die Another Day sucked. Oh, the black criminals. Really? Well, I mean, Grace Jones, yeah, she was a bad guy in Few Day a Kill. And Halle Berry, I seen Die Another Day like 4 years ago. And it's one of the first Bond movies that I've seen. I have a feeling that she was a criminal, but, you know, she became a good guy in the end, and Lashana Lynch was always a good guy. So don't... once again, you're talking nonsense. Rami Malek plays a bad guy in this movie, and that is bad because he's an Egyptian actor. And Egyptian actors are always playing bad guys in movies. Well, I mean, he did play a good guy in Mr. Robot. Like, he was a white hat hacker, I think. I haven't seen Mr. Robot. But he also played Freddie Mercury. You know, a very well-respected man. Also, like, you really can't say this when Moon Knight just, like, was a couple months ago. Oh, but there were Egyptian bad guys in it, yeah, but there was also Egyptian good guys in it. This other totally different character, who isn't seen in the poster anywhere else, is wearing a Japanese mask, and I paused the video at that point because that character is Rami Malek. This is not a different character than anyone else in the poster. That is Rami Malek. Some use of the color gold in the poster might suggest the inclusion of some wealthy characters. No, not really. I mean, Rami Malek's character, I think, is rich. And bad guys usually are. And for obvious reason. But, I mean, that's not... I don't even know what you're talking about. Let me look at this. I'm just going to look for yellow. So you have Daniel Craig's hair. That's just Daniel Craig's hair. Léa Seydoux's hair, same thing. You have a light next to Rami Malek. That's just a light. And you have the bottom in the car. That's because that was in a very yellow country. Like a very sunny country, I mean. That, that's why that is... That's why that's there. There's something else that I was going to say, but I don't remember now. The film is called No Time to Die, so that makes people think someone in the movie's going to die. Yes, I think everyone knew that Bond was going to die at the end of the movie.